Welcome to this week's Gobbler Watch update. I just got in from hunting here in Missouri, and it's the last week of season here. It's been really tough this week. We have been hunting some public areas that have been getting a ton of pressure, so the birds are still there. They've been gobbling decent on the roost and then gobbling quite a bit after they fly down. Some have hens and some don't, but these turkeys are just really tough this time of year, especially on an area like that that's been getting pressured. They're not acting right in a lot of situations because they've been spooked, called in, shot at, and all that. So we may have to adapt our tactics a little bit during the late season here in Missouri. But I've been looking at the Gobbler Watch, and lots of people in the woods up in Pennsylvania, it looks like. Some of them are having success, but most of the reports are suggesting that there's a lot of henned up turkeys, especially right off the roost. Lots of good gobbling on the roost, lots of hen vocalizations in the morning. That means that they're in the middle of the breeding season. The hens are going to the gobblers, and they're hanging out with them most of the day. Down here in Iowa, on the other hand, they were pretty henned up last week, but just in the past few days, things have really started to turn on up there. I don't know how many different birds the guys have called in from the office just in the last couple of days since the fourth season started. And about 5 days ago when we were out, we found a nest with 7 eggs in it. So that tells me that a lot of the hens are starting to nest or even incubating up there right now, which is the perfect time to be in the woods. As soon as the majority of the hens start to nest towards that later part of the breeding season, you've got about a week to 10 days in there that can be some really good hunting. I'd say that has already came and gone here in Missouri, or we could be at the tail end of that right now because there is still plenty of birds gobbling, but they definitely are starting to group back up a little bit. I'm noticing that these toms are roosted in close proximity to one another on just about every property that we've gone to here in central Missouri. But up in Iowa right now, it is really rocking. The birds are coming to calls willingly. John Lewis, actually, I just talked to him about an hour ago. He killed a bird mid-morning that came running into the call, basically. So lots of hunters out in Pennsylvania, lots of henned up turkeys. Main advice I could give you for those areas is not to burn your spots out right now. Be very careful not to spook those birds. Set up on them, get in there, work them. If they have hens and they go the other way, either try to very stealthily move around them or just leave them until another day. If you don't mess those turkeys up, eventually later on down the road, y'all got a long season, they're going to lose those hens and come screaming into the call. So be patient for those of you up north and in the northeast. Good things are to come here in the next few weeks. And if you want to see what's happening in your area on a day-to-day basis, check out the Gobbler Watch page. We got lots of reports coming in, and they're definitely going to help you in the field with what the turkey activity is doing.